boy, Burke.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I think we are the only people in Microsoft US working today.
I did look at email and Teams, and I was like,
Working.
we're so alone.
Yeah.
Chat, how are you doing? Are you working? I hope you're not spending your free time doing this.
I hope you're getting paid to watch our show.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. So we have to go live today.
Yes.
The Twitter auth situation is untenable, is getting shut off in a couple of days. And so we have to turn on the new website so people can log in.
All of that is correct. Can confirm.
And we don't have, okay, you coded up a cool mini site that does allow for migration, but we don't have time to hook it all up and finish it off and all that. So what we're going live with is the new site with the new authentication using all the other auths, GitHub, Google, Microsoft, whatever. And for people that can't log in, we're just basically saying, please email us or whatever.
Yeah, it's not the best scenario, but I'm going to guess not nearly as many people use this as we'd like to think, and therefore no one's going to care. But we'll see. So yeah, you're right. I was actually working with the migration site a little bit yesterday and this morning, and it's really close. I mean, it's very close. I even have it set up to where it stores in our database, it stores the migration ID, and then we just pass an ID over, and everything is in a table. And the migration site just uses that. But for whatever reason, it's not working. Like it updates the records, but then they don't show up on my page. I didn't get a chance to troubleshoot it beyond that, so we're close.
There's some
Aspire. What is .NET Aspire, John? Someone told me.
Oh my goodness!
Here's what somebody told me it was. They said it was like the part of. Remember Polyglot Notebooks, like this thing that allows .NET to talk to Python, talk to JavaScript. That's what they said it was. But then someone else was like, it's cloud native, and I was like, these are not the same thing.
Okay, here's how I would describe it. You know how when we're building a distributed site because there's a function back end, there's a front end, there's a few things. So when we start the app, we have to run a few different things, right? We have to run the function and the back end and the front end, whatever. Most apps these days have more than one thing you have to run. How nice would it be if you could just, instead of doing swa start and start this, start that, if you could just run one thing and all the stuff started up. And then if you had a little dashboard that had the links, showed what's running, you click on it, it pops that site open. And also it collected all the logs, and it also had all the console output for you. Right?
That
so
sounds like Kubernetes.
Okay, yeah, but Kubernetes is not super easy to set up, right?
No.
And it takes some, you got to write a bunch of YAML and JSON and stuff to even start. So how great would it be if you could very easily just say, hey, I've got these 3 different, projects, and this one's JavaScript, this is .NET, this is Python, this is whatever, I don't know, this is a Docker thing. Run them all and give me a nice dashboard. That's basically what
it's a service or it's a tool that runs locally?
It is magic.
I'm sorry. I'm post-COVID.
Yeah. So it is a little, it does some other things for you too, because it also gives you, how when we run this, we got to go which port's it running on? 4280, 7000, whatever. It automatically creates all that for you. So it does magical little front ends that you just say http:// backend, http:// database, whatever. And it creates the local DNS stuff running for you.
Oh, that's really nice.
So one of the hardest things about it, honestly, is explaining it. So it creates a little hosting environment. I think that it's best for local development, and it does. If you do want to deploy it to containers, it has stuff to do that, but like don't focus on that. Those are some neat little things that it does for you too, but you can just use it to build your app and that's all you need. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been thinking about getting your take on it. The one thing is they're figuring out like, okay, how does it work with actually like with functions or other like PaaS services? That's a little bit more like complicated, but
Yeah, we should do something with that. You know, the whole cloud native thing is like the
I
more
feel like
distributed these apps get, the harder they are to build. Like it just becomes impossible, man. And then it's like, have we overcomplicated this? Is this harder
absolutely.
than it should be?
The answer is yes.
Yes. Germany and Spain are matching right now. Like, are they playing soccer? Football?
Euro 24.
I assume that's what that is.
Football. Yeah. My understanding is that is the only sport that is played in Europe. It's football. And then they
don't play any, they don't do it. They literally, there's no other sports.
That's the only sport. What part of the migration we're talking about? We're basically going live using the auth we've got. We don't have a nice way to migrate over old accounts to new accounts. So Burke's going to migrate my account, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, we do.
No, then we're going to say email us and we'll figure it out.
All right, so let's do this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the database from production to dev, which if you were in previous streams, we create this. This is called a data factory in Azure, and we've attached it to the old database and the new database. And so we can just run a job that moves it over. And I think the nice thing about this is that I believe you don't get charged for moving data within Azure. And that's important when you're migrating a database. Ours isn't very big, so it wouldn't cost much, but you can imagine if you took all the data out, right? You pay for the bandwidth cost of taking it all out, and then you put it all in, and you pay for the bandwidth cost of putting it all in. But if you transfer it between things in Azure, I believe there's no cost for that. So let me.
It's funny. The naming is funny to me a little bit. A factory, I think about creating something new. This is a data transfer system.
Yeah, it does a lot more than just what I'm doing, like a naive transfer.
Stuff.
But that's like this is all the databasing I can even do, man.
Cool. Okay.
All right, so that ran. Let's see if we have any documents. It always takes a minute, like after you do the migration. I've noticed that like this will probably time out here. I don't know why that is. Let's go back to main. Yeah, request rate is too large. So if we wait a minute, this will actually work. In the meantime, I'm going to delete this branch. There's some final fixes we want to do here. Let me switch back to, I'm sorry. Switch to main. Back to main. To the main. Everything you own. Final fixes. All right, I'm just going to kill this because I want to make sure we're coming off the main branch. So let's create a new branch here. We're going to do just some final touch up. We're pretty much ready to go already, but we're going to do this for any last things we need to do. Okay. So let's see if this is working yet. And in the meantime, we'll run this locally just to make sure everything looks good. Oh, it is running. It's already running already. Look at that. All right. To the browser, to the local host. All right. So I don't have any lists yet, which is as advertised. And we should be able to pull up build 2019, I think was one of them. Yeah. So this is working. We're just like go through a cursory test here. So let's create a new list. Let's call it Go Live.
Oh,
that's working. Looks good.
All right.
And then I don't know.
I want to see my open graph.
Is live.com still a thing? Do we still own that?
Let's find out.
Your request has been blocked. This could be due to several reasons.
Try xbox.com. That was one where I had to do some special work. Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Do live.net.
You know what? No, we need to be extremely meta here.
Oh my goodness.
Will this work? I mean, why not? Oh, it's already in use.
Already taken. Nice.
Well, maybe.
One.
There it is.
Unhandled exception.
What happened? It worked.
What was that unhandled exception though? That scares me.
So it's taking a minute to create. What is happening here?
What?
Server error. Well,
I can't read that.
Close. Wonder what's happening. Let's see.
What's the error? I can't see it.
It's just a WebAssembly. Let's attach the debugger and we'll.
It could have to do with its authentication and stuff, right? You're running locally.
Yeah, I think so. This is the create update link bundle, right? It's all done here.
So you do need to do SWA start.
It is started already. I am gonna kill this, and then we're gonna debug it. I feel like part of it might be some leftover token or something. I don't know. See, I should have some lists, but I don't. Surely that's taken. There's no way that's not taken. I'm being lied to. There we go. That's what I thought. It is taken. Okay. It's a little bit slow. See how slow that is? I have a too bad gateway. What's happening here? Let's look. Oh, so many errors. I can't even deal with this. Let's do.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Get link bundle. Let's go here. Request rate is too large. So we're still getting this. I don't know why this is. Whenever you do this to the database, it always does this. Yeah, it's just anything that talks to the database it's having trouble with. Oh, here we are. Wow, that is slow. This is so.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's just
goodness.
timing out all over the place.
Is thread starving?
It's the database.
Is the
I don't know
connection string
what's
wrong?
going on. Yeah, it's fine. It's just the database is timing out, even though here it is. I found some unsavory things in here this morning.
Mm,
Also, we're popular in Russia for some reason.
huh.
There's a lot of Russian in here. Now that's coming back pretty fast. I feel like, come on, what the heck? Did it break? Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go.
Okay.
We're back.
That's passed?
We're just
Question mark?
testing some things. Yeah, we're just testing some things here. It's okay.
Wait, why did it take so long to come back?
Boom. Because whenever I migrate the database like that, for some reason, like for the first couple minutes, it's just like unresponsive. And I wonder if I'm hitting my max request units are
That makes
maybe
sense.
like throttling me or something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Because remember, we're using the free database.
Yep.
All right. Wait, didn't I delete this? No.
Yeah.
There's a server error. What is it?
Server error. Was it from redeleting a thing? Can we not handle that case?
The delete should work. Let's see. Well, we can debug this now. So actually, the delete wasn't working for me either, and then I fixed it. Let's see here. Delete link bundle.
I do. Once
I see what the problem is. So we should fix this right now. So one of the things that we need to do is we need to get this out of.
Right. It needs to be a setting, right?
It needs to be a setting at the very least. Yeah. So let's put this into our local settings, which I'll do here. We'll just call it. It actually is in.
It's in there. We're just not reading it.
We're just not reading it. And I'm actually going to fix the way that this is referenced as well. So this
Which, by the way, I found Copilot was very good at that because it has all that context.
It does, yeah. It's
Like,
here.
Yeah. So that means, yeah. So
I want to fix like the casing on this because Cosmos DB. All right, 1 second.
So on the ones that I did fix, I would write the comment that would say like, get the injected Cosmos client or things like that.
I'm just making these all uppercase so that we're consistent in how we do this. So this becomes this. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So this is Cosmos DB endpoint. And this is Cosmos DB key. Okay.
Okay.
Is that like a .NET
Yes.
thing standard? Should we go to that instead?
I don't know. I forget. There's a thing with colons and double underscores and things like that. I think it's fine. The
I mean,
reason
usually I do
is
them all uppercase like this. This is what
so
I'm used to doing.
so the reason is, I don't know if you can show it, but it actually nests them in the JSON for when you're making those settings.
Oh, it doesn't in VS Code.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it does in Visual Studio. So that's why.
Yeah. So in the JSON, you'll have like Cosmos, and underneath it'll be like database and endpoint, whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, what about having them uppercase versus lowercase?
Upper and lowercase, it doesn't care. Like it's basically like you're typing a string. Go have fun.
So then, if we had hasher underscore key and underscore salt.
Okay, that underscore thing gets weird then, because that is.
And would it be like this?
Just do, yeah. I don't know, man. You're messing with things on Go Live Day.
We have to fix this. It's not the same. I can't go live with this.
Okay. Just look and make sure it reads them. So I'm not seeing your config files.
Yeah,
because they're secrets.
I wonder.
Yeah, there's some interesting conventions. There's colon means it's a nested JSON property, and then because colon throws off some Linux things, then they use underscore. But then when you set it as an environment variable in Azure, then it's gonna, you just do underscore, like you set it as that whole string name. So I'm explaining this horribly, but
hold on, I'm gonna cloak the env file. Apparently you can do this.
Oh yeah, I have an extension for Visual Studio. There's probably something similar for VS Code that will hide your config file values, which is pretty neat.
There is, but it isn't. It's not working for me. Oh, because it's only looking for env files, not local.settings.json file. Come on, John. This is John Papa's.
Oh my goodness.
Cloak.
It's like John's never seen C# before.
I know. Well, sorry, I can't show it to you. All right. So it's double underscore. This is gonna work.
Sorry. Double underscore is a weird one. I caution you on the double underscore.
So you don't want to use the double underscore?
Well, if you do, you need to look at the docs for it. Which all
right, let's not. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And then we'll fix it. All right, so now this is just okay, and then in our functions here, we need to
read that.
Yeah. So
so the problem is those settings are in a different program, right? Or
get database name, because I don't know the syntax. No, that isn't it. How do you read environment variables in .NET?
So it depends what you're using. It's system.environment. Yeah, the environment. So that does work, but normally you want to read it from configuration, not assume an environment variable, because that won't read it from local settings JSON.
Oh, are you sure?
It won't. That's it. Well, it's better to, yeah, local settings JSON is not an environment variable. So just say read from configuration. Read the database. Yeah. And also this is an injected client.
See, it's still trying to do this.
Okay, so
I think this does work, John. I think this. think this works.
Can you scroll up to the top? I want to see if we're already injecting a Cosmos client here.
Yeah.
And so the Cosmos client should already be configured. You don't need to read anything. See where it does add singleton Cosmos client? It's already setting the connection string.
Yes, but it's not setting the database, right? This is what we need to set, is this right here.
Okay. So the problem is that will look like it's working, and it will work in some cases, but not every case. If you use user secrets or you use local settings JSON, those are not environment variables. So what I would say is read the database, like make a comment that says, read the database name from .NET configuration. So I would say string database name equals. And like
I've tested this. This works in production.
Okay. It works in production because that value is not set from local settings JSON. It's set from environment. So the way .NET configuration works is when you're running locally, you'll use local setting JSON or user secrets JSON. And then in production, you use environment variables.
Right.
And so it'll work in production. It won't work locally.
It will work locally.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. So let's find out. So I just want to change. I just want to do the database name. Actually, I don't want to do the database name and the collection name.
What's weird to me too is didn't we set the database name in the program CS?
No.
Why not?
Can we?
I don't know.
Cosmos client options.
Maybe we can't.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
New Cosmos client. What are the overloads on this?
See,
Account,
there
endpoint, auth token, options, client options.
Yeah. So I can look it up. Read.
Yeah. It would be better to do it here. I agree.
Yeah.
Save it in a global variable.
No, it's giving you terrible information. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Fool Snabble. No, but
Can you ask for other ways to read settings?
Yeah. So go back to where you wrote the comment. Okay, sorry, I'm looking this up. So .NET is in the number. Yeah, okay.
Configuration manager.app settings.
So unfortunately, configuration manager is .NET framework.
Environment.get environment variable. That's it.
Yeah, that's not right. Sorry, but it's not right.
I'm a bad AI.
Security. Oh man,
bad. I'm a bad AI. AI is bad enough.
This is what you need to do. You need to inject it, which is a pain in the butt. You need to inject it into. Oh my God, this is the world's longest. I'm reading the docs, and it's not what I wanted to do on Friday morning. Here, let me see if Copilot helps me. In your function, you can inject the iConfiguration provider or something. How do I read a configuration value in a class? I would look at the constructor. Oh my God, it's giving me MySQL Python. Please, come on. Okay. your constructor for your class, where it's
Okay.
doing public class, blah, blah, blah. Do add a comment above that says inject a configuration provider or something. Okay, and then after Cosmos client, hit a comma.
Wait 1 second here. You want to inject it here?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Because it doesn't know. Oh, so, okay. So
What
we
did
can
it
learn
do?
from that. So you want to delete all that, but you do want that eye configuration. So see how
And
it
then,
does that thing? Yeah.
yes.
So undo this because it doesn't know what primary constructors are because they're a new feature in C# 12. Yeah. So you can delete all that and then comma eye configuration. Config or yeah, sure, that's fine. Yep. And then you'll
what?
need to add any using. Oh no, okay, you're good. Yeah, that's great. So now later on you can in your class, it doesn't need to be in the sure. You don't need that anymore because it's a primary constructor.
Does that mean we don't need this either?
Yeah, that's true. And you don't need the logger.
Oh, because Cosmos
Oh,
client.
you do need the logger. Yeah. So now anywhere in the class, you can say string database name equals configuration dot something.
Okay, so we can say
Dot. So it is keyed. So you can do configuration. You can do, yeah, that's it. That's it.
You sure? It's giving me a squiggly. Cannot apply indexing.
Okay. Is there like a configuration.get value or something? Oh my goodness. It's weird to me that this is not what we were signing up for.
I just know nothing about .NET.
So it's funny. Yeah. See, that should work. Okay.
Get value ain't there.
Yeah. So it's like Joey Zero's saying it should be configuration get value, but it's weird that it's not showing that as a thing.
Angle sharp eye configuration. That ain't right.
Oh my gosh, that's the problem. So the configure, okay, that was a
Why is
funny
angle
one.
sharp even in here? Are we even using that here? We're not.
We're not get rid of that.
Why does it look like
we are because wait, no, we're not in this one anymore. You can get rid of that using.
It should be.
And now that eye configuration comes from system dot something or other.
Microsoft extensions configuration.
Sounds right. Yeah. This doc is not my favorite doc. Okay.
Now this works.
That was a weird error. Now we're good. The indexing worked also, by the way.
So what's the preferred way? Just like
Just
that?
Yeah, that works.
How we called it? All right, let's see if just this works, then we can change the others.
I'm going to have to retitle this episode name to Messing with Configuration.
That's super weird. To me, that's like, that should be super easy.
So I can take another shot at explaining what was going on, but the deal is configuration is layered in .NET. so that environment variables work, but you can override them. And there's a series of places it'll look. And what's nice with that is you can set up like local files, but then you can also, in production, you can just set the same, you name it the same thing and you set it as an environment variable. That's looking good, right?
It's looking good. It is working.
So
now
we'll
we
need to
can
make sure those environment variables are set.
So now we can switch this out here. We need to do it in proceed. The other thing is, at some point, we're not going to do this now. At some point, we need to get this into a service that, so that we're not doing this in every single file, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although reading, yeah, so it's probably in some of the other ones, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. We're going to do it like this.
I think, well, I just lost Burke. Burke disappeared. It's okay. We still have a screen, but not.
I'm here.
Not Burke. There he is. Coming back.
Everything. What just happened, man?
EOS webcam utility.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Your face is a broken JPEG. Okay.
All right. Now we're going to do the injecting the like this.
I configuration.
Yeah. I can't.
And for the one function that's using angle sharp, we'll need to set that.
This one that's using angle sharp?
It's the one that gets the open graph.
So it's get open graph. So it doesn't need to even be here in these other ones.
Yeah. I configuration config. Yep.
Delete link needs the same thing. No, man.
Yeah. I had to say,
man,
Copilot's letting us down a little bit today.
This freaking angle sharp is everywhere. Yeah. Why is it everywhere?
It's a good question.
I think it's because it's injecting it it's importing it for us automatically.
Right.
So like it's not there. I assume now when I'm putting it in the constructor. Okay, so here. If we pick the right one. There we go. And then.
It's funny that angle sharp probably started using iConfiguration years before we added it in, but there's a conflict.
So that's this one here. This one doesn't have any constructors. So we don't actually need to do anything here. QR code. We don't need to do anything there. No, we don't. Update link bundle. Last one. Okay. And then okay, we've updated all of the things.
Wonderful.
Let's give it a quick test.
Yeah, because the get open graph doesn't need to hit the Cosmos.
No, neither does the QR code.
QR code.
All right, it compiled, which is a good sign. So let's read
the first unit test.
No, that's not. This is not going to be found. There we go. All right, that works. Here's my lists. Let's delete this one. Delete it. Yes. Yes. All right, let's try. Let's update one.
I'm very proud of my request has been blocked.
Hey. Yeah, who knows why. It's working. It's working. It's alive. Okay, man, we're like ready to go and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I don't care.
Jacob's right. It's probably a course block. I did do some extra, like if it returns an error, then try fetching again with this and all this stuff. But
so for final fixes here, I want to add back this thing for the Twitter. Let's see. It should be. It's already here, but just like a message in the Moto login here where we say we had to remove Twitter login. If you created any lists under a Twitter login, please contact us at support@theurls.com and we'll hook you up. More or less, right? Except this needs to be like all right. Right there, see? We're good. Okay. So let's add this. These are our final touches. Stash that database name in the config like a mouse. Just publish it. You want to create a pull request. Number 77. This one. See, I had already done this once. But I didn't do it the way I did it with the environment variables, which I still don't fully understand. I don't understand why.
Yeah. So environment variables will work in production. It won't work locally. Unless you also, so it might work locally for you because you're used to setting environment variables for other stuff. But anything in a JSON file or other config provider won't get seen.
No, this is I did the PR to the wrong branch. Hold on.
Jacob's asking why you're using VS Code over VS 2022. Well, that's your thing, right? You're a VS Code dude.
That's it.
And yeah. We like to, I will say, like, generally, we try to use a lot of different tools. We'll use Mac, we'll use Windows, we'll use VS Code, we'll use VS, we'll use Notepad, we'll mix it up.
No merge conflict. So we're just gonna wait on a build here.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I am going to kill the old site. So Victoria's Forest is no more. It is now Polite Beach. We'll do that in a second here after we merge. Make sure it works. Victoria's Forest was in my Microsoft Azure subscription, and Polite Beach is in my personal subscription, which is where this thing needs to live. It cannot be in no way associated with Microsoft. Otherwise.
Okay, so Rainier reminded me of an important thing, which is the config system also works with like Azure config. It all and that also reminds me that .NET configuration works with Key Vault also. So if you're only reading from environment variables,
Oh.
right? So that's the
The
whole config
configuration
system.
provider does more. Like what environment variables there would have worked just fine, but the configuration provider lets you read it from a variety of.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, we want to recommend the right way. So when people look at this code, when they
Yep.
go to the URL list and they're like, "This is how my enterprise is going to build apps,"
This
'cause
code
these guys
makes me
know what
weep for
they're
joy.
doing.
Yep. Yep.
Little do they know. Oh man. Ask Copilot to review. Should we?
Sure.
What's it gonna say?
Yeah. So Fool Snabble is another good point here. You can, in your project settings, you can set up environment variables directly there, but it's very easy to accidentally check stuff into GitHub. And so the recommended way is using user settings. Wow, look at, okay, here, let me move us.
It says we have insufficient exception handling. The code does not handle the case for Cosmos DB database. Okay, fair enough. Potential inefficiency. The code retrieves the database and container for each request. This can be optimized. Yes, which is, we said this.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good catch.
Mm-hmm.
Error messages should be more informative. Configuration key consistency. The changes in program modify the configuration keys to use uppercase names. Ensure that all parts of the application consistently use these names. New keys. Is there a place where they don't? That's a weird error. Pretty good review, though.
Yeah, well, is there a thing at the bottom where you can say, thanks, make these suggestions?
Oh, can you do that? Can you implement number 2? Number 2 is like splitting the database logic out. Added I configuration. What?
I don't know what it's saying.
Did it do it?
I don't see anything on the
recent change. It's just telling you what the changes are. That's not very helpful. All right, let's go to Polite Beach.
Polite Beach.
Now we're in production.
Polite Beach sounds like a very like chill, casual video game.
Where am I list? I feel like I should have a list here, and there's no list.
Okay.
An error has occurred. What error? Oh, you know what the error is, John? I know what the error is.
Gotta set them environment variables.
Yeah, we changed the local settings, but didn't upload them.
Wait. You don't want to what? You don't want to upload those files. You want to go into Azure Functions and set the environment variables, right?
You don't have to do that. You can just say, take all of the settings that are in that local settings.json file and upload them to this site.
Okay.
Because otherwise we'd have to do it manually.
Yeah, you just don't want to upload the actual JSON file.
No.
Because that contains secrets.
Well, it's going into Azure. You're just putting this into Azure.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So now they're in. So now this should work. Maybe. I still feel like I should see a list there, and I don't. Yeah, that's weird.
Does our thing actually write out what the error is in a good way?
I don't. That's a good question. It's definitely a database issue. 500.
Yeah. What's the response?
Let me go to me a second here. I gotta go to Azure and see what's going on here. There we go. So it should be here. This is the one. But I think maybe those settings don't get pushed to the staging environments that we have. So like,
yeah, that's fair.
See, I pushed it to production, stash that database name like a mouse. There we go.
Okay. Right. See if those errors keep occurring. You may need to reload.
Nope, we're good.
Okay. Good job.
Man, it feels so good. Okay. So we're ready to go to production. Are you ready? Man, I'm so ready. I've never been more ready for anything in my life.
Okay.
So this really just involves us making domain changes. Leroy Jenkins. Where's the audio? Right. Leroy.
I know, right? That's a
Chad, do you know that? Do you know? So great.
You need to know. That's your homework for today if you don't know it.
All right. Enter your custom domain in DNS zone.
So you are switching over the DNS, but have you also set up that email? It's not like, I mean, we can do it, whatever.
Not yet. Enter a subdomain. www maybe? What's a DNS zone? We will automatically create the DNS records.
Learn more.
No, I don't. I wrote the documentation on this. Oh, here it is.
Did you?
Yes, I wrote that document. I don't want to go read the article that I wrote.
People are questioning our Friday push to production.
Yeah, it's a Friday push. And look, it's not 4 o'clock. Domain name, the urlist.com. This is an Apex domain.
It is.
TXT record.
I love the Apex domain name. It's like the Apex predator of domains.
I know, it's very OP.
I forget if I shared this before. My nephew asked a question to the family of whether the blue whale is considered an apex predator. I think I did bring this up before.
I don't believe it is.
So it eats krill. So it is an animal that eats other animals, and nothing else really eats it. But then it's complicated because orcas actually do eat smaller blue whales. So, oh, that's cool. Email routing.
Seems like it should be an apex predator, but I just don't think it is because it doesn't have any teeth, right? Like, unless it swallows you, it poses no threat.
You don't need teeth to be a predator. Jellyfish are predators.
You can't be a predator without teeth, right? Like,
No,
that's the whole thing. Is that then again though, if you're a snack, snacks have teeth, but that's not how they get you. But they do have 2 teeth.
That's true. I disagree with the requirement of the tooth requirement for predators.
No, chat. You can't be a predator without teeth. Back me up on that.
Okay. Also, blue whales, it's baleen, but they do have a tooth-like feature.
They do?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're in the ocean and you're approached by a blue whale, you're not in any intimate danger.
Ask Copilot. Ask Copilot to name predator. Yeah, eagles are predators and don't have teeth. Checkmate.
Is a blue whale an apex predator?
Okay, but you're changing the question. The question is, are teeth required?
Blue whales are fascinating creatures. I didn't ask about any of that. They are indeed apex predators. But why? How can that be? They have no teeth. You have to have teeth to be an apex predator.
That is, you're trying to.
I know. I'm just nudging it. I'm bullying it into the answer that
Swallowing prey. Ask, can an animal be an apex predator without teeth?
Can an animal be an apex predator if it has no teeth? The answer is no.
Okay, philosophical question. Let's say we outfit a killer whale with dentures.
Blue whales, for instance, lack teeth, but still hold the apex position in ocean food chains. Their massive size and specialized baleen plates allow them to efficiently feed krill and plankton. But I'm just saying, like, if a blue whale is not a threat to me, how can it be an apex predator?
You're not part of it.
Vultures don't have teeth. Vultures are not apex predators, are they?
Yeah, an eagle.
Burke. Eagles have large talons.
They're not teeth.
Teeth or claws. I'll expand the requirement to include claws. Eagles don't have mouths. They have beaks. It's not the same. All right. We are super distracted. Yeah. I'm doing a TXT. I need to add a TXT record.
TXT records freak me out. I just got to say.
So that Azure can read this.
What's a TXT record anyways?
I don't know. What you should do now is writing a AI bot that fills the internet with articles of blue whales are not an apex predator. No, they're not. I'm sorry. They're not an apex predator.
TXT is used for validation.
I'll take that argument to my grave. Okay. So we made the TXT record. Now we need to validate it. It's validating right now. And I think that we can go ahead and add the www here.
I don't know. Burke, would you consider an octopus to be a predator? Not an apex predator, just a predator. Has no claws, has no teeth. Well, actually, it does have teeth.
It does have teeth, yeah. A giant squid. Haven't you seen the movies? Didn't you see the Meg Part 2 with the giant squid?
It has a beak. Correct. So,
yeah. Okay, so it's like an eagle. Okay, so teeth or beak. You can substitute beak for teeth because it's sharp. It'll get you. But whales have like just gums. They're just gonna gum you to death.
What about a spice worm from Ericus and Dune? Would you consider that?
Definitely have teeth. They're all teeth, right?
I don't think those are teeth. I guess
they're giant. They're giant teeth. They make the swords out of the teeth. Okay,
fair.
Chris knife. Yeah. Hostname record type. I need to copy the CNAME hostname record and enter it at the DNS provider. It may take 48 hours. Well, I don't have time for that.
That's okay. I stand corrected on the spice worm.
Let's see here. Add a record. It said do a CNAME, right? www. I think we already have a www in there. That's going to be a problem. So hold on. We're going to remove these DNS records.
Yeah. Can you edit them?
Bye-bye. Oh yeah, we could just edit it, couldn't we?
This seems crazy to me. Polite Beach is the actual production.
That's the value it wanted me to put in there, yeah. And I don't know why. Why did it do that? Oh no, that was that. I don't freaking know, man. This API needs to go. This record needs to go.
It is sad that we don't have a public API yet. The API, it's an Azure function, but it's a weird static web app Azure function, right?
So we're adding the www. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right.
Talk more about apex predators.
All right. Well, I don't know. I spoiled my best chat thing to talk about with the apex predators. There should be a disclaimer. I'm not a marine biologist or any kind of biologist. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like our next steps, we got to do the DNS. We'll be live. We will flip over the email support. So he set up the email that's going to send him a Gmail. We do have the migration site like in progress, but we're just not ready to like actually throw it out to the world. Still debugging that. And yeah, wonderful. I'm potentially buying a used car today or tomorrow. So that's a thing. I'm doing CarMax. That's what I'm a cheap person. Look, there's progress bars going. I don't really know what to say here. Have any thoughts? Burke just up and he also gave us no warning. He just ran. Yeah, I'm not really coming up with it, but I think there's all kinds of apex predators. And apex predator is like in an ecosystem, right? So, I mean, there could even be some sort of, I could see like a flesh-eating fungus in a cave being an apex predator, The chair does look like it's wearing a bow tie. Burke, your pillow on your chair, people say it looks like a bow tie. You're muted though. Okay.
This one is still action. Add a CNAME alias or a record.
You are an apex argumenter. Argumentor. Yes, correct. Okay.
We need to add an a record. What did it say? Add an alias record of type @. Does this support alias records? It doesn't. So alias, we can use a CNAME too.
Yeah. Why do you need an alias?
I don't, because first, so wait a minute, hold on. Can we do an a record? Does it? Okay, we'll just make this an a record. So because this is the root. A records prevent global distribution of your static assets. All right, we don't want that. CNAME. If you are unable to add these records, please consider www subdomain custom. It's because we're trying to add the URLs, which is a root domain, and
it surprises me that you can't. Okay. This is where you're doing the custom. Okay. All right. All right.
Cancel this. So what do we got? Let's add this record. I'm just going to add it as a CNAME. Do this for root. I don't think we want to proxy it though. Oh, it already exists. Okay, so we need to kill
or edit
this one or edit. Okay.
Okay. Are we live?
I mean,
you haven't saved it. Have you saved it?
Oh, I've saved it.
Oh, hey, Sean. Happy Friday. Giving some knowledge here. CNAME, canonical name. Cool.
View details, validating.
I used to know that. I used to know more DNS things. I haven't had to mess with DNS for a while.
This could take a while here.
You remember they would always say it takes 12 hours. It does not take 12 hours.
It doesn't take 12 hours. That's the thing. I feel like this should be done already.
What is your TTL setting? Time to life. That's how long proxy servers and friends take to recheck how long they cache the DNS.
Time to live. Auto.
What does that even mean? Cloudflare, what is your auto TTL?
So change this.
I'm looking it up. 300 seconds. I'm going to wow you with my math skills. That's 5 minutes.
That's pretty impressive. I feel like this should be working already.
Yeah.
I mean, the www should at least.
Has it been 5 minutes?
No, it definitely did not work. It's been 5 minutes.
Since you made the DNS update?
I think so. You get www going to Play Beach. CNAME going to the URL list.
Okay, it's actually looking login. So the login is not showing me the warning about emailing you.
Oh, because we didn't merge it to main. Yo,
Burke. Fortunately, you can now. We can make production updates to the live URL list site.
merge it.
Merginate. It's very exciting.
Branch.
I can't wait for so dark mode needs to go live at some point. We can like now we can start making production changes to the URL list and the URL. Oh my goodness, not private. Your
Because our root domain is not working for whatever reason.
Oh my goodness. Setting.
It says it's still validating.
Who's your cert provider? Is that Cloudflare?
Yeah.
So maybe we have to update our deal.
We did this. Let's do this again. The URList.com. Let's get our key. Meanwhile, in Cloudflare, delete this.
Burke, we had a family ravioli making party last night for dinner.
Bro, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, we did 2 kinds. We did 4 cheese ravioli, and we did mushroom filling. We got some vegetarians floating around here, and then we made 2 sauces, white sauce.
That's what you did last night?
Yeah,
On the greatest of days?
I know, but you know, it's a nation of immigrants.
What's a TXT record?
We've got my in-laws are in town. They're from New Jersey, so they're like, you know, honorary Italians.
Okay. I would have liked to have some ravioli. Is it hard to make?
It's not hard. You kind of are going to want a roller. So we have like a little roller thing. You could do it. You can do it with a rolling pin.
Because like, don't you? Isn't it kind of like a pierogi? Do you just like fold it over?
It's not folded over. I mean,
there's 2 different pieces of dough.
Two pieces of dough with the stuff in the middle, and then you use a stamp. I mean, if you actually want them to like have the edges and stuff, or you could just use a knife and cut them. They're pretty good. Because fresh pasta is hard to beat.
All right, now we need to add the CNAME or alias record. This is
I don't know if this was already fixed. Joey Zero is saying this. The gray check marks next to your records mean Cloudflare is not proxying the DNS, which means Azure is responsible for SSL. Is that still true?
Isn't that what we want?
Oh, maybe.
I'm going to delete this.
It says DNS only.
CNAME. No, wait. @ Boom. But what does the proxy mean? I don't understand.
Hmm.
Oop.
Yeah, Burke, you said that Cloudflare was providing the SSL. I think they're both. Yeah.
We did this. We have a TXT record.
Okay.
We have the CNAME. CNAME records normally cannot be on the zone apex. We use CNAME flattening.
It seems like we're duplicating things because inside the function itself, you're setting these things up too, right?
Inside the function. You mean inside the static web app?
Yeah, the static web app is already setting.
Yeah, but this is my DNS provider. Azure's
Okay.
not my DNS provider. Actually, my DNS provider is not Cloudflare. It's Namecheap.
That's how. See, I was wondering here.
And I wonder because what I did was I handed off the Namecheap stuff to Cloudflare.
Okay. That's why I was getting confused because we're making DNS settings in two places. So which one does Namecheap point to?
Let's see. I'll tell you. So here it is. And you can see it's actually pointed at Namecheap at Cloudflare. But what we could do is just take Cloudflare out of the equation.
Yeah.
Make this a lot easier.
Well, you still need custom DNS. Oh, I get it.
You just do their DNS.
Yep.
And then we have to go back and kind of run this again because it's going to be super confused now. So like this one got to go. And this one got to go. There's Namecheap. So then we go to DNS. And we start making records. Okay, so let's see. We've been in here kicking things around a bit. Let's just delete these. Because prior to static web apps, we had to do a bunch of like DNS gymnastics to make any of this work.
Now, I thought you still need to set it up in Azure.
You do.
Okay.
I mean, we're doing it here.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll do the CNAME first. Copy that. Put it in here. Boom. And say add.
Yeah, Joey.
That should validate pretty quickly.
Okay. What is our TTL at Namecheap?
I have no idea.
I'm getting the impression from searching around that it's like people are doing 5 minutes. Like automatic means 5 minutes. How long is Namecheap auto TTL? 7 days? Oh,
no way.
No. Sorry, wrong. This is very bad information. 1800. Oh, DNS propagation. 300 seconds. Oh, internet's just giving me random data.
See, we can do A records and alias records, which is nice.
Cool.
Your code here. Check www. Is this still working for you?
Oh, me? Okay. I mean, it'll go. Yeah. But I don't know which one this is. Yeah, Jerry's saying that, I mean, it's funny. We used to always tell our bosses DNS propagation that could take days, realistically, it took a few hours, but it's
Yeah.
sketchy because proxies can cache for longer periods of time based on TTL. TTL is a suggestion. I mean, some people just don't follow that.
All right, there we go. So now we have the alias, the TXT. I mean, if this doesn't work, it can't work. So it may take a while. We may just have to like let this spin on the root here, but
now what I've used Cloudflare for in the past too has been like cheaper caching and delivery too. And also it'll do like protection against DDoS and stuff. But I guess we already kind of have some of that in Azure too.
We're live. We're live.
Xbox. Oh, look at look at my
so well.
Oh, look up an existing one because that's important.
This is the canonical example. It's the first one ever.
Okay, look at that QR code.
Bam.
SVG, baby.
Is it?
Pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty proud of my SVG.
Yeah, look at it. There's your SVG.
All day. All right. It's right. Wonderful.
All right, so this just needs to validate, and this could just take some time. And there's nothing we can really do but wait.
Oh, and double check. When you go to the log out and log in and make sure that the warning about Twitter auth, and also I'm going to need you to hook me up.
We do need an email address, though. Mail settings, email forwarding. Wait. How do we do mail?
Does Namecheap provide you email forwarding? I would think that's on your. Oh, you're on
email. Private email. What's private email? You don't have private email yet. No, I don't want your free freaking trial.
Forwarding. Are you a DNS hoarder?
No. I mean, I register stuff from time to time, and then it just expires. I have an idea.
Okay.
Add a forwarder.
That's what you want. Support.
What? A valid alias.
Just take off at. Yep. Wonderful.
Does that work?
I don't know. I can test it. I mean, but that may take time too.
Test through.
And yeah, if somebody emails you, they're going to say like, help my login. And then you're going to have to write back and say, what's your Twitter?
I know it's not ideal.
Yeah. That's why I was suggesting maybe creating a form. Like you can do forms.microsoft.com or whatever and do, like a simple little form or Google form or whatever. And say, what is your provider? What is, you know what I mean? What's your username?
I'm waiting to see if your email comes through.
Oh,
Otherwise, just the DNS has to validate. There's nothing we can do until it does.
Yeah. I just sent an email to support@theurlist.com about, just my login issues.
Haven't got it yet. This isn't spam. Yes, it went to spam. You broke my login. This is the maddest I have ever been. Report not spam. Yeah, I got it, man.
Okay.
So
Okay.
angry. All right, that's it, man.
Go live. Oh, wait a minute. I should be doing. I have, I think, wait, I have confetti or something hooked up. I don't have confetti. I have magic.
Magic.
And I have the
No,
window sweater, which is like this.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That was awful.
That's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, good job.
Oof. All right, I'll let you
Why
know
don't you
when
take the rest of the day
when
off?
the root. Okay. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate
Yeah. Okay.
that.
Yep. You've earned it. Well done.
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
I'll let you know when the root domain validates, but all we can do is wait until it's up. But other than that, everything looks a-okay.
Awesome. Okay.
We did it.
I'll play us out with some music and things are happening. Let's go with Dance Pop for today. Okay. And thanks for watching.
Bye.